Buckle up, because it's Monday morning, which means an all-new 4Ps is coming at you. All right, let's talk about Space Force. Oh, I'm kidding. I can't even take that seriously. No, let's talk about something or someone a little bit more serious. Omarosa, who rose to fame through her appearance on The Apprentice several years ago and rode that to a White House role. Now, she was fired earlier this year, which is not news. She has a new book out, which is also not news. In the book, she says she never realized Trump was a racist. Probably not news. But putting someone with low credibility on the air to lower the already low atmosphere of public debate, that's not news either. However, when she has tapes allegedly made within the confines of the White House and the Situation Room where major global military and policy decisions are made, that is news because it reflects just how incompetent and clueless the president and the entire administration are. It puts us at risk. It makes us even more vulnerable to foreign threats and interference. And I'm not even sure if that's possible at this point, but this is news. In the last few weeks, many of my practical tidbits right here have been somewhat cerebral, and I appreciate the positive feedback that a lot of you have shared about these areas, specifically focusing on strengths and willpower and that super forecasting idea from last week. And while I do read a lot of books, and I'll talk about them here from time to time, there's another great app called Blinkist that is basically a Cliff Notes app for great books that are out there, and that's where I get a lot of this information from. It provides summaries from a variety of books, and they even have a daily free book that I've really enjoyed learning from every day, different one that they rotate through. It makes me look smart, it helps me pass on some practical wisdom to you, and more importantly, makes this content even better. Tiger Woods hasn't won a major golf tournament now in 10 years. A combination of very bad health, very bad luck, and some very bad husbanding has made him somewhat irrelevant on the golf course for at least 7 or 8 of the last 10 years. But this year, he's been really good again, in contention in the majors on Sunday at 3 or 4 of them even, including yesterday's second-place finish at the PGA Championship. Now, I used to watch golf most weekends in the summers back when Tiger Mania was at its peak, and I even attended a lot of golfing events and tournaments. Now, it's been a while, but Tiger being good again is actually good for golf, and the fact that he's not winning everything every week almost makes it better. Spreading the love around, keeping it interesting, competing against some of the younger players. I'd like to see him win a few more times and stay relevant for at least another 5 years. More so to give me hope that people over 40 are still capable of doing some good things. The importance of data and research is well known at this point. It's almost cliche. But that prevalence almost mandates relevance now. Recently, I read a report that LinkedIn analyzed all the status updates on its platform, which obviously skews more businessy, but it looked into the posts that earned the most clicks and determined that anytime users included a statistic or a data point, they saw a 37% higher click-through rate. Yes, less than half of businesses use original research in their marketing, which is still crazy. So obviously I'm including this stat and this data for both selfish and totally altruistic reasons to help you. And while I'd love to say it's a 50-50 split between selfishness and altruism, it's probably more like 75-25. Remember, just say no to drugs, kids, unless you need it for medical or recreational reasons.